October 2024 brings OPEC Plus a critical dilemma. Should they restore 2.2 million barrels per day or hold back due to global economic uncertainty? We dive into this decision and its impacts on oil markets. In June, OPEC Plus, led by Saudi Arabia and Russia, outlined a plan to restore 2.2 million barrels per day to global markets over the next year. The first phase, set for October, is 180,000 barrels, a fraction of global consumption. This modest adjustment marked the first step in OPEC's schedule to reverse pandemic production cuts. While the plan seemed straightforward in June, global economic uncertainty has since clouded the outlook. The United States is showing signs of resilience, with the Federal Reserve poised to cut interest rates, which would likely boost economic growth and oil demand. By contrast, the situation in China is far less clear. China's growth has slowed, and oil demand forecasts have been revised downward. Demand forecasts for 2024 have been scaled back. Analysts now project only an additional 1 million barrels per day of oil demand growth. Even OPEC has trimmed its forecast slightly. Adding to the uncertainty is the recent drop in oil prices. Brent crude fell to $73 per barrel in early September. OPEC Plus received a temporary boost. Libya faced another major production halt due to internal conflicts. With most of Libya's oil offline, the market tightened. This could justify OPEC Plus restoring production in October. Another key element of the equation is the changing power dynamics within OPEC Plus. Saudi Arabia, Russia, and 6 other members, dubbed the Group of 8, have been instrumental in pushing the restoration schedule forward. These countries include the UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Oman, and Algeria. Together, they hold significant influence over OPEC Plus policy, but their interests are not always aligned. The UAE, for example, has been vocal about its desire to fully utilize its spare production capacity. Russia, meanwhile, is eager to maximize oil revenues to fund its war in Ukraine. In contrast, Saudi Arabia, while also facing rising fiscal pressures, seems focused on maintaining global market stability, making them the moderating voice in the group. The changing power dynamics within OPEC Plus are crucial. Saudi Arabia, Russia, and 6 others, dubbed the Group of 8, push the restoration schedule. These include the UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Oman, and Algeria. They hold significant influence but have differing interests. The UAE wants to fully utilize its spare capacity. Russia aims to maximize oil revenues for its war in Ukraine. Saudi Arabia focuses on market stability, acting as the moderating voice. For many OPEC Plus countries, the current oil price isn't high enough to meet their fiscal needs. Saudi Arabia's budget relies on oil prices around $80 per barrel, while Russia depends on oil revenues to fund its war efforts. Some analysts suggest $80 per barrel could be a ceiling for 2024. This shift adds weight to OPEC Plus' decision. OPEC Plus may push harder to keep prices stable by controlling supply. So, what's the likely outcome? A potential compromise for OPEC Plus would be to move ahead with the October increase, while reiterating that future increases are subject to revision. This gives flexibility to adjust supply based on market conditions. This approach allows OPEC Plus to proceed cautiously. As October draws closer, OPEC Plus faces a tough decision. Stick to their plan or hold back due to global uncertainty. Demand forecasts drop, prices dip, geopolitical shifts in play. Stay tuned for updates on this developing story.